The core objective of our managed service is that we see that digital identity, which is the field of expertise that I'm in together with my team, has undergone quite a lot of change in the recent years. It moved from an operational efficiency game to being in the middle of the cybersecurity game. So what we've decided is to create a managed service that is actually helping our clients to manage their digital identity estate across the customer, the workforce, as well as privileged workforce, people who have access to IT systems that can do real damage within the organization. The goal of this managed service is to help our clients to be more effective, but most of all helping them to be more secure going forward. So there's a variety of types of organizations that would be interested in these services. Typically we see that these are companies above 5,000 co-workers or employees, or with a large customer footprint that are internationally organized and have a lot of regulations that they need to take care of. And those regulations are typically increasing. And besides that, one of the things that we see that is really relevant is that organizations that are going through a digital transformation because they need to digitize their products and services, that if you do not take care of digital identity, so the access to those services, that you will run into risks of not meeting your goals for your digital transformation. So specifically organizations that are looking up how they can accelerate their digital transformation and with that remain relevant for the future, those are companies that typically have a benefit for this managed service. So the concept of identity and access management, or digital identity as we nowadays tend to call it, is not a new concept. It has been around already for more than 20 years and my team has been working on this concept also for already more than 20 years. We've seen now that with the era of cloud, the rise of AI and threat actors that are also more active nowadays in industries that you might not expect, we see that there's an enormous need for these type of services. Because the threat actors moved away from trying to bypass the network into trying to hack the identity and access management systems, because the moment that you are in, you can actually do a lot of damage directly. We see that many of our clients are still running the upgrade initiatives as individual projects, leading to a patchwork of digital identity solutions, which are not effectively managed. So if you then look at what the challenges typically are, is that they are very fixed in their manual operations, and with that do not have enough room to maneuver with agility to see how they can keep the threat actors out of the digital systems. And our digital identity managed service is helping to unlock the potential that you have within your IT systems by automating as much as possible and by making sure that you can spend more time on supporting your digital transformations to secure those. And on the other hand, also making sure that you can effectively and with agility handle activities that you potentially could see from threat actors into your estate. What sets us apart is that we've spent a lot of time supporting the automation of the digital assets that you need to have. So we developed a lot of PwC IP to help manage the IAM systems in a DevOps approach. The goal of that is that if we have to touch something twice, we should have automated it the first time. You see that there's a lot to gain because we have made sure that we can upgrade and patch for our tech alliances really quickly because we have a standard baseline of PwC IP that we can apply to all of our customers. The other aspect is we have the luxury as PwC that we have a variety of different competences within our organization, and our managed service is set up in such a way that we can actually bring in those different types of competencies whenever that's needed. And then on top of that, we leverage our BXT approach, which means that we look at our managed services with an angle from the business perspective, looking at what can we actually do to help the business to become better, from an experience perspective, which means what are the end users of the services that we are providing, what do they need, and how can we make sure that they can as effectively as possible do their work, so that they're not just doing their work in tedious operations, but they're actually loving the way that they can seamlessly access to do their work in an appropriate way. And then finally, of course, the technology part. One of the aspects that we also did is roughly 8 years ago, we started to build our DevOps managed services, which means that we are operating the digital identity solutions and the capabilities at the same time as that we are transforming them. Because we see that many of our clients are still stuck with legacy IAM systems and find it very hard to actually transform them to modern systems that can actually deal with the challenges that a company faces nowadays. So we work, of course, also with many of our tech alliances, where we have a definition between strategic alliances as well as tactical alliances, depending a little bit on the breadth and the depth of their capabilities that they're bringing. And what you see is that our digital identity team globally typically wins the award for being their best partner, not just with one, but with many of those vendors. And the reason for that is because they continuously see that when they are working together with our PwC digital identity team, that they can get to the client satisfaction that they're looking for with their clients. And the triangulation between the client, the technology vendor, and PwC is really something that sets us apart in terms of helping our clients to be successful. So we were working with a large international retailer that had a couple of challenges. One is that they were challenged from a business perspective by rising costs. So they really needed to look at how can we actually dramatically bring our cost structure down, while at the same time the digital identity capabilities that they had were not leading to appropriate co-workers and business partner experience. So what we did is we came in and we helped them to move under the CISO to make sure that they could be better protecting their organization against threat actors. And we also helped them with as much closed budget as possible to create a transformation path towards a more modern capabilities, leading for them that they could speed up their digital transformation, had more satisfied co-workers and business partners that were leveraging those services, as well as more modern technology that was more agile, capable of defending the organization against cyber threats. So my vision for the future for our managed services is that what we will continue to do is leverage technology better to automate our managed services as much as possible, so that we are not spending time on manual tasks, but actually helping our clients to transform and help our clients to transform their digital estate. So we do that, of course, on the one hand with the rise of AI. So AI is, of course, one of the buzzwords at the moment, but I also believe that AI can actually help to automate many tasks. So we already see that we can be 40% more effective for our clients, which means that we are again unlocking value through AI that can actually be put into helping the organization to do things that they were not capable of doing before. And then if you look at digital identity, I think that we see quite a big shift moving from organizationally managed digital identities to what we call digital identity wallets, or verifiable credentials, as that is being named in the profession, which will actually help to also authenticate users in a smarter way. And the combination of the digital identity wallets and verifiable credentials in combination with AI will mean that in the near future, so let's say 3 to 5 years out, the way that we are interacting as co-workers with our organizations or as clients with organizations is going to dramatically change. And we're already preparing our managed services to make sure that we can facilitate our clients to move through that transformation as well.